Lark and the Wild Hunt by Jennifer Adam. Lark and the Wild Hunt is a middle grade fantasy novel wherein the main character, Lark Marin, lives in a village where the border between the human and the fae worlds is very thin. Her brother Galen ends up going missing after this deadly event called the Wild Hunt, and the only clue that Lark has and to try to help save him is this fae boy named Rook and this mechanical silver clock. Now, I previously reviewed Jennifer Adams' debut fantasy novel, The Last Wind Witch, which was also a middle grade story. However, unlike The Last Wind Witch, Lark and the Wild Hunt is very much just clearly a middle grade novel, whereas Last Wind Witch kind of blended the line between middle grade and YA. That's not to say that Lark and the Wild Hunt doesn't have any darker themes, doesn't have any overarching stories. It just means that comparatively, Lark and the Wild Hunt stays a little bit cheerier throughout the course of the story, and overall doesn't go as complex as The Last Wind Witch does. Now, I'm going to be a little honest here. I did not like Lark and the Wild Hunt nearly as much as I did The Last Wind Witch. That's not because it's worse. It's not like the characters were worse, the plot was worse, the writing was worse. No, none of that was a problem. In fact, the writing still stayed very consistent. The characters were very good. There's a lot of development over the course of the story. The plot was pretty quick and easy to follow and lighthearted. I'm just not that into fae and those sorts of stories that involve fae and fairies and that sort of stuff. And so for me, this book was just a little less enjoyable. Again, that's not to say that it's bad in any way, just wasn't necessarily my thing. At the end of the day, if you're looking for a nice and easy middle grade fantasy read, this is an excellent choice.